Hi guys, and welcome to the Batch Lady, where I show you how to make fast, simple homemade meals that you can make in advance, put in your freezer and use whenever you want so that your time is your own and you're already completely organised. And today I am showing you a part of my breakfast series, which is how to make sausage and egg English muffins. Okay, sausage, egg and cheese. A bit like you'd sort of get at McDonald's if you ever go and have one of those, but you make it yourself at home. You can freeze it. I'm going to show you this one. You freeze them just like this in these little packets and you end up with something like this. Let me bring it forward so you can see that. Okay, really simple. Now I'm going to show you exactly how you do it and how you reheat it, and it's all very easy. These are great, okay, it's part of my breakfast series, but they're also great for a brunch. They're great for feeding kids on the weekend if you're heading out to rugby or hockey or something and you just want to heat something up in the microwave for the kids to take with them, or if you're on shift work or want to feed a husband who's hungry an extra snack. These are great. Okay, so they're actually very simple to do and I want to show you how you do it. So you buy English muffins, you cut them in half. Okay, so you get your English muffin, you cut them in half, and I tend to toast mine because they don't go soggy then in the freezer. Okay, so I tend to toast mine. So here I have a tray full of toasted ones already. You are going to need some grated cheese. I've got pre-bought grated cheese because I'm all about the time. I'm not about the recipe, I'm about how quickly that I can feed the multitude of people that I feed in my family. So I've already got grated. You're going to need some eggs and you're going to need some sausages. I've got some sausages, black pudding, bacon that I've already cooked up. I've just put it on a tray like this and I've put it in the oven, 20 minutes, it's cooked and it's cold, and I've already sliced a few sausages in half. I use these little thin sausages which are classed as chipolatas, but they're not as short as chipolatas, but they work perfectly. And you are going to need some type of oil. I'm using a Frylight 1 cal oil and some milk. Okay, so it's a bit of a faff in terms of you've got to do your muffins first and you've got to cook your meat, but basically you're just putting it in the tray, cooking it, bringing it back out, putting your muffins in, browning them and bringing them back out. That's it. Then you're set up, ready to make a production line. When I make a production line, I generally get the kids to do it and help me as well. So we are going to make the egg, okay? So what you want to do is, I've actually got one over here that I've made earlier. So I'm just going to show you a little one of what you really want to do. But I'm making, say, a dozen of these. So I'm going to use probably about 9 to 10 eggs because you're going to eke it out a bit with milk. So you don't need quite as many eggs per muffin, if you see what I mean. You don't need a whole egg. You probably end up with about just over half an egg for each one. Okay, so you're going to take your eggs. You're going to add some milk. Okay, so you're almost making scrambled eggs. In fact, basically you are, okay? You can add some salt and pepper to this, which I usually do when it's eggs, but I forgot to put some out, so we'll just pretend there's salt and pepper added to it. If you're feeding young kids and you want to feed them this, then just don't add salt and pepper. Give it a quick whisk up. You want a non-stick tray. I got this tray from Tesco, okay, and it's called a Go Cook. It works great, but even though it's non-stick, you still want to make sure that you've sprayed it quite a few times. Okay, now what I tend to do is spray it like that. Bear with me till I grab a piece of kitchen roll. You want to spray it like that and then just rub it with kitchen roll all around the edges because you want this egg to be able to come off. What you're going to do is bake this egg. So you're going to pour your egg onto the tray. Now I've only done 6 eggs, but actually you want to do as many that fills the tray. Okay, so and that tray then is going to go in your oven. But instead I'm just going to put it over here because in true Blue Peter style, here's one I made earlier. Okay, so this sort of rises up when you take it out of the oven and it looks like sort of tray of scrambled eggs, and you can actually just cut it, and you can cut it into squares or you can use a round cutter. I quite like a round cutter because these are round, but then you do waste quite a bit of the egg that's all the way around. Okay, so what you want to do is start your production line. You want to get a piece of foil. I just use thin foil for this. You know, you can get really thick sturdy stuff, but I just use thin stuff. It folds a lot easier. You're going to get your muffin. You're going to add a bit of cheese. You're going to take a slice of egg. You can take some sausages. If you want, you could just have it with egg. You can then put another little bit of cheese on and put the top on. so that you end up with a sausage and egg muffin, okay? Perfect breakfast. If you want to put it in the freezer, you're going to fold it round. Now, you can buy little squares of this foil, but I actually just buy it and cut it myself. Now, I use non-stick kitchen foil from Bacofoil, and this one is really thin, so if you can see, it scrunches all the way around it so there's no air left, okay? And you basically want to start a production line. This is why you want your kids doing this. So I'm just going to do a few to show you. I'm going to put the egg on, I'm going to put the sausage, another bit of cheese, and you're going to fold it all up. And you are going to keep going, okay? So I'm going to keep going as quick as possible with this. Okay, so there we go, okay? This has taken me literally about 5 minutes, and I have made 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Should have been 12, but I think somebody's ate one somewhere along the line. So, okay, they're all done. Okay, some I've made sausages and egg, and some I've made sausages and bacon. And I could label them, but we quite like getting a surprise and wondering what one you get. And you can either put these straight in your freezer like this, or you can put them in a bag if you prefer to keep them all together. If you use a larger bag than this, you'll fit them all in, but you'll generally get about 6 to 8 in one bag. Okay, you want to make sure you label your bag so you know exactly what you're getting. And there you have, very simply, your sausage and egg muffins. Now, when it comes to taking them out of the freezer, you want to take them out the night before, so decide when you're going to have them. So if you're thinking, oh, actually we've got hockey tomorrow and we're leaving early, could do with something hot for breakfast, take them out, put them in your fridge overnight. Then open them up. And the general thing to do is just to get a sheet of kitchen roll, if you've got it. Put it in the kitchen roll and give it about 1 minute in the microwave, or 1 minute 30 in the microwave, okay? You can cut it in half if you want to make sure that it's cooked in the middle. Depends on your microwave, but generally about 1 minute to 1.5 minutes, because the muffins are toasted, they should stay slightly crispier. Then once it's hot, you can just take it out, and if you want to, if you're traveling on the go, then simply wrap it back up in the foil and it'll keep warm, okay? So great thing to use as well if you're going to meet kids and you want to feed them something hot, or whenever. They're brilliant to use, they're cheap, they're a lot cheaper than buying them ready-made, and a great thing to have in your freezer. Sausage and egg McMuffins, why not give it a try? Thanks for watching The Batch Lady. Please subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching it on Facebook, give me a comment, and if you're watching it on Instagram, below on Instagram, give me a comment as well. Lovely to speak to you. Well, we'll see you soon. Bye.